So to hit harder, we need hip and shoulder and arm separation. And there are two types of separation: separation in range and separation in movement. Now what I mean by separation in range is the distance between two parts. So if we think about the hips and the shoulders, this is the distance that you can get between those two. So if I can rotate my shoulder 90 degrees in relation to my hips, then I have good separation in range. But if I can only separate it just by a little bit, then I don't have good separation in range. Now when it comes to separation in movement, what I mean by this is being able to separate each action, right? So you're able to move them independently from each other. So this means when I move my hips, I'm only moving my hips. My shoulders are staying back. And then when I'm moving my shoulders, I'm only moving my shoulders, and my arm is nice and patient. Now to optimize our hitting, we need to be able to improve our separation in range and our separation in movement. Now one of the ways that we can do this is by doing something like the reverse trunk twist. So this is a really good way to build that separation in range and also get some strength in it, right? So we're really developing that hip and shoulder separation in the reverse trunk twist. And then when it comes to separation in movement, then what we're doing is working on the technique, all right? So when we move the hips, when we move the shoulders, and when we move the arm. And something that we can do for this is the half swing sequence. So we're really ingraining that pattern and learning to move the parts independently. And you're also getting some active separation as well. And then from there, you can get into half swing throws to really intensify that sequence. And then of course we can practice this in the movement as well. When we're spiking, just giving yourself a good toss on the ground and then going through the spiking sequence, making sure that you're getting those independent movements.